Hello everyone, welcome to Data Chronicles. Let's solve an interview question asked in Uber. So the question is distance per dollar. You are given a data set of Uber rides with the traveling distance. Distance to travel is the column name and cost for each ride. First, find the difference between the distance per dollar for each ride and the monthly distance per dollar of that year month. So let's see the table structure once. Select star from Uber request logs. So this is the table, and the two columns relevant to this question are distance to travel and monetary cost. So we have to get the ratio of these two columns on a daily basis and then find the difference of daily ratio with the monthly ratio. Let's go over the question once. Distance per dollar for each ride is defined as the distance traveled divided by the cost of the ride, and monthly distance per dollar is defined as the total distance traveled in that month divided by that total cost for that month. Okay, so what we can do is, like, we'll take monthly sum of distance to travel and divide it with the sum of monetary cost for a given month. That will give us monthly ratio, and for daily ratio we'll take the ratio of these two columns, and then use the calculated difference on each date to um, the average calculate absolute average difference in distance per dollar metric on a monthly basis. So whatever the difference will come from for the daily ratio and monthly ratio, will take an absolute difference, like, and then for then we can aggregate that. I mean, basically, we'll apply a average for year month. So, and also we have to count both success and failed request status. Okay, so let's start by solving, and then we'll create a temporary table with CT1 as. First, I'm gonna calculate the monthly ratio. Select date format. The column name is request date. Mm, I think this should work as month here. Let's just see that it works or not. From Uber request logs. Yeah, so this works. So now we have to get the ratio, sum distance to travel upon sum of monetary cost as monthly ratio, group by one, order by one. So now what we'll get is, we'll get the monthly ratio for each month year combination. Okay, so now we have to use this ratio to get the difference on a daily basis. So select, let's see, request date. First, let's pull all the columns and then we'll accordingly update the query. Monetary cost and month, year, and monthly. This should be monthly. Okay, monthly ratio from Uber request logs T join CT1 on so the join will be on this particular column on is equal to month, year. Okay, and then I think this should work. Let's try it out. Okay, so now we are getting all the columns. Now I'll get the ratio. Okay, okay, so now we have to get the difference between the daily ratio and the monthly ratio, and this request date is not important, so we'll just delete that. Okay, and the difference has to be absolute. Mm, okay, so this is the difference. Okay, and no, actually it requires uh, no, we have to, just a second, order by one. Okay, so now it's still on the daily basis. I have to get the average. Yeah, and round it to 2 decimal. Average. So group by 1 and round 2. Um, so I actually made one mistake. I mm, actually took the wrong column. So this one is supposed to be distance to, yeah. So now if we run the code and check the solution, so this one works. So what I did is I first created a temporary table to get the monthly ratios, and then I joined with the original table to get the difference between daily ratio and monthly ratio, and then I put an aggregation on top of it. So if you like these kind of videos, do consider subscribing. Thank you.